Hi there, and a very interesting EMBN show today from California, Washington, Croatia, Finland, and also
Yorkshire and a bit of action on the rocks.
from Yorkshire. Right, let's fire things up on the EMBN show. Now, Chris, really interesting to see. I did see a sneak peek of the new Evil e-bike. I don't know whether it's by mistake or not, but it's always been a brand. I mean, it's got the perfect name for an e-bike. I mean, Evil, and then turn it backwards, live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's maybe I should file the patent on that, but yeah, it looks good, right?
It does look good. Yeah, it looks like a full carbon chassis on this. Got the EP8 motor on there, but aside from that, there isn't much info we can get from these photos. But it is a good looking bike as always from Evil, isn't it?
Yes, so thanks to Shimano for giving that sneak peek. Let's row our way across the Atlantic next to California, and there's a new brand, Eminent Cycles, and they got a new 170, 160, or actually it's available in 150, 140, 29-inch wheels, and it's called the Drive. A very sleek looking bike, Chris. Carbon frame, as I said, 2 travel options, 29-inch wheels, medium, large and extra large frames.
Got a flip chip on there so you can alter that geometry as well. Some interesting stuff as well on the design of this bike. So it's got 15mm of rearward travel on suspension system on this. I think this is a really good thing for e-bikes, especially descending. So on a traditional bike, obviously the rear wheel goes up and down, but with the rearward travel, you've got the wheel that actually goes backwards and up. So increased kind of rollover on those, particularly on square edge hits, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what? It's interesting. I mean, it's got a high pivot on this bike, which is meant to be good under braking for pedaling and also descending. It's not a new design. I mean, companies such as Boss had this back in the late 1990s, and we've seen many. The current kind of World Cup downhill bikes have got the high pivot design as well. It's nothing new, and in as much as on paper it's said to do this, I think what's interesting with all these. People come with ideas and suspension design, but at the end of the day, you need to be able to, understand how that bike works and to be able to get the most out of it. So in as much as, it's got a rear axle path, I mean, you could argue that maybe a Bosch or a Brose motor would be better at climbing. So great suspension design, but maybe the motor could be different if you're trying to get the very best at climbing. But I mean, let's face it, if you want to do, a ridiculously fast climbing bike, new Rocky Mountain, 108 Newton meters.
Yeah, it's got some power, hasn't it? I just think that high idler design is obviously giving you a bit more area around the motor, so you've got good tyre clearance on this bike. Is it 440mm chainstay as well, so fairly short back end on this bike. So yeah. I think mixing all those different factors, it could be, a pretty all-round handling, pretty good bike.
To me, I think it's a really nice looking bike, and it's unique. If you're looking for something which has got a point of difference in the market, it's cool. 504 watt-hour battery. Just quite interesting, Chris. Recently we did a video on the Canyon Spectral 630 battery, Canyon Torque 500 watt-hour battery. I quite like the fact that you can have a small battery, do a morning, go down, have bacon and eggs, a roll, and chuck another battery and go do another afternoon.
Totally depends on what you're riding. If you want those big days out, obviously that Spectral, that big battery, versus that Torque with a smaller one, a bit lighter, a bit more agile in the air. It's kind of, totally depends on what you want to ride, I suppose.
Yeah. Now, a couple of years ago, me and Chris went to Croatia to visit the brand Greyp, which is also a brother brand of the world's supercars of Rimac, or Rimats. Seems like they've been acquired by Porsche, Chris.
Yeah, they originally had a 10% share, Porsche did, in the Greyp brand, but it looks like they've totally bought it out now, so it's really interesting to see that big financial investment from Porsche into the e-bike world, and obviously all that intelligence and the software that Greyp had developed with e-bikes. It could be a winning formula, I think.
It is. We've been to Croatia and seen these guys. It is mind-blowing, the kind of stuff they work on. Yeah. Not only just the software, I mean, the sort of the things like the lightest 700 watt-hour battery on the market.
How easy it comes out the bike. Remember that,
exactly.
It's just a couple of seconds to remove it. So yeah. Super interesting stuff.
So from product to something of a more action nature. Jack Carthy, what an absolute legend on a mountain bike.
Blowing my mind all the time on Instagram. I think we've seen these rocks before, and like with Chris Ackrig, but Jack Carthy's a multiple trials world champion, and him on this e-bike is literally blowing my mind. That's got to be like 6-7 foot, that rock he's going up. It's not even there.
I think it's safe to say that Jack Carthy is definitely getting the hang of e-bikes. It's been Black Friday. Obviously, Chris has not been concentrating on Black Friday, but he's got a new T-shirt.
Yeah, these are the new tech tees we've got available in the merch shop. Steve's got the green Varsity hoodie on, looking pretty fresh. We've got loads of cool merch in there. If you're looking to get the present for Christmas for the e-biker in your life, get in that merch shop and check it out. It is absolutely loaded. We've got loads of deals going on, bundles, you name it, get in there.
Now, on the channel this week, our colleague Neil Donahue has actually been jumping ship and he's been riding Chris's Banana. Now, by all accounts, it's a really good ride. It's super long travel and there's a good bit of girth on the rubber on it, apparently, from what I hear, Chris.
Pretty lightweight, and Neil's apparently been having the ride of his life on it. So, yeah.
Apparently. Allegedly. Anyhow, the Don and the KSL is coming out on Sunday. Tune into it, it'll give you a different perspective on things altogether. Bit of feedback now, folks, from you guys on Chris's e-bike versus mountain bike, e-bike with the motor off. One comment which I really like was pointed out was the fact that, you know, you did some sections on the video. Yep. You did 1 minute to 2 minutes, 1 minute climbing, 1 minute descending. Yep. One of the viewers said, "Why don't you do an hour-long challenge?" And I think we should revisit this video.
Definitely, that is a good way of different spin on it. I think a lot more real life, isn't it?
Chris against it in the woods for an hour
on an e-bike with the motor off. That was pretty hard out, to be fair. Even just those short little sections. It's it's fun. It's a good video though.
Yeah. Anyway, some comments from you folks. This is from Cheap Shot 247. Fundamentally very similar bikes. For me, it just shows that weight saving doesn't give you massive benefits in terms of time. And then Alan Tyrrell, what I wanted to see was how the e-bike motor brand A, B, C and did against each other with the power off. Well, that's interesting as well, isn't it?
Yeah, put those different motors on the line, Shimano, Bosch, Brose. Yeah.
Bosch Bros?
Bosch Bros.
Well, Bosch Bros, I mean, if you think about it, the Bosch motor from, 4 or 5 years ago had quite a bit of, and some other motors on it. It would be a different story, wouldn't it?
It would be, wouldn't it? I think even adding in the lightweight bikes to that, KSL, Levo SL, Bear Rise, that stuff as well, could be another good comparison.
And finally, from Jim Mountain, should have added to the film if you did a third run with the motor turned on. Definitely. Yeah, you're right, that should have given it a bit of perspective. So, Chris, I think you've got a busy time in the woods in the months ahead. All right, time now then for Climb of the Week. Take us in, Chris.
Yeah, we've got a really interesting submission in this week. So this is a bit of e-bike drawing going on. We've got Mia the dog.
Drawing.
Basically getting towed around the woods on an e-bike. So apparently it doubles the range that the dog can tow the bike for and gives them a lot more assistance on these rocky climbs. I mean, they can go further, faster on these bike drawing rides, which I think is pretty interesting, isn't it? It's giving the dog a bit of assistance as well as the rider. Double whammy.
Double whammy, and this is the dog's interesting, Chris. This is actually a 3-year-old GSD Malinois cross. How do you pronounce that?
I have no idea. I think that's a good.
Joey, how do you pronounce M-A-L-I-N-O-I-S? Malinois. Malinois, a Malinois cross.
Bit confused about the whole bike drawing thing. So if you know anything about this, get involved down in the comments. Let us know what it's all about.
Okay, folks, time now for Oot and a Boot. Where would you like your Oot and a Boot to come from this week?
I think, well, the whole what?
Now, where would you be your favourite part of the world you'd like to come from this week?
Scotland.
And you've got to give it an accent.
Scotland.
What's your Scottish accent then?
Scotland. Right. Have we got to do it all in Scottish accent?
No, go on, do it in the next picture's accent. Where's this from? Portland. Oh, yeah, that's up your street, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. This is Leon. He's got a Cannondale motor. He's out in Portland, just exploring the coast like. And that is Chesil Beach in the background. And that's where they did the bouncing bomb, where they tested it out before they went over and dropped it.
You sure that ain't Portland, Oregon, not Portland down south?
That's Chesil Beach, that is.
Where's that to then? Anyhow, it's from Portland. A nice bit of a cliff action. Oh my God, Chris, next shot. This is Tim Obeywall in Sedona, Arizona.
Come on, I hear your
I haven't got an Arizona accent. I've got, that is stunning. Look at that. Wow, Joey, look at that shot there. That's awesome, right? Yeah, don't ignore the tabs, folks. And next up is Mark Knievo and Warncliffe Woods. It's a nice bit of rock action. I can see you launching off that, Chris.
That is nice.
And then this Lunar bike. This is a 1000 fatty with a Bafang 1000 watt, obviously, kit in Cascade Lake, Idaho.
Nice, isn't it? Love a bit of fat bike action on the beach. Can you imagine cruising along there, Steve?
Yeah, it's all about the big bounces this week and the long travel, which we've got here from the 2020 Norco site. Leave it, Joey. Awaba Mountain Park in New South Wales, Australia. Look at that. Look at
Proper
this.
jungle shot that is, isn't it?
A brace.
Snakes in there, I can imagine.
I can imagine indeed. Oh, look at this one here, Chris. The last shot from Oot and the Boot is Robert's white E150 just outside the city of Cork.
Yeah, I love seeing where you guys have been riding your bikes all over the world. Make sure you use that upload service to get featured here on the show. The details of that are going to be in the description or up on screen now. Right, it's time for Bike Vault. We're going to see if you guys are going to get a nice and a super nice. We've got some strong entries in this week. Kicking it off, we've got Stefan here with his Propane Akano. He's out in Saarland in Germany. I think that's got to be a super nice straight away. Blue sky, nice battlefield, lovely looking bike that. Then we have Grant, he's out in Treffield Quarry. Nuke-proof megawatt, factory edition, trying out the local trails. And again, that looks very Welsh to me, bit of mist coming in. Nice looking bike, nice bit of action. That one's a nice.
And then Richard, Specialized Levo SL, out on the urban trails to Liverpool Airport. I like the tan walls, Chris. I think it's a nice shot. And then the next shot, I reckon this is more of an out and about. Or is it part of Tim's Aubert Wilds out in Hermit Road, Grand Canyon? It's got to be super
nice, isn't it? We'll check this one out. This is Vasileos. He's out in Freiburg in Germany. He's got a Cube Stereo 140. Out for an early morning ride with a friend out in the mist. And I think...
I can see you as a Vasileos.
Can you?
Yeah.
Describe it.
I can do.
Vasileos?
Yeah, Vasileos.
Don't know what that is. I'm a bit concerned.
I wonder what hairstyle Vasileos has got.
Don't know. I'll Google that in a minute.
But yeah, tan's doing well, isn't it?
Yes,
tan's lasted out. Are you sure it's not fake tan?
Madrid top up, that is.
Look at that. West Country mine.
I think that's got to be a nice shot. Oh, a bit of a different one here. We've got a bit of a drawing going on. This is from Red. He's out.
Drawing or drawing?
Drawing. He's out in the UK woods. Whilst out riding during a snack break, I had the chance to sketch my dad's Specialized Turbo Levo in Indian ink with a reed. Impressive.
And
I think that's got to be a super nice drawing here on EMBN.
Yeah, and the last shot is from Robert and the white E150 in Cork City. And I love the fact that there's a blurred background to the shot. And I think we have to finish off with a super nice bike.
Definitely, and that is it for this week's show. Get involved, let us know what you think about that new Eminent drive down in the comments box below. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to us here on EMBN, and whilst you're there, check out the merch shop for all those Christmas bargains.
And whatever you do, don't forget to tune in to the channel on Sunday to see how the Don gets on with Chris is Big Banana.